Fair tidings, travelers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands. Episode 96, Preparing for the Lazaret. So right now, my current priority is make 2 cooking pots and a new lantern. Snowballs. I was like, what is in my hand? I could actually let you have the meteoric iron lantern. I don't really care. That's fine. So cooking pots is just clay. That's easy to make. And then the new lantern I could do out of maybe the gold and iron that I have here. Using the gold for that purpose feels a little wrong. Perhaps it's not going to be a lined lantern. I don't know. I can have you guys vote for that. Lined lantern, yes or no? So the material I have for a lined lantern would be gold, making it a little pricey. But if that's what you want, that's cool. As far as I'm concerned. I don't want to use, obviously, fire clay for the cooking pot, so let's see how much I can stretch the blue clay. I might need to go for some more blue clay. I do have another lantern on the boat, yeah, but I want to keep it on the boat. It's not like I'm lacking candles. The other thing is I could just have it not be lined. It's not a big deal. There's one. Ooh, rock crock. I didn't mean to make a crock. Let's get rid of that form. I meant a cooking pot. This is just so that I can cook 12 meals and hang it off the them off the neck of the elk without taking up space. I also might want the other type of bit too. Having access to both bits could be useful. So we'll fire that up. Sticks, grass, and peat. Thought I had peat up here. Yeah. The elk still has my lantern, doesn't it? You chill there. Hey, Pyro Boy. Welcome to a stream. Pleasure to have you here. We're celebrating some recent successes. It's going to take a minute for this stuff to fire up. That will be useful for traveling food storage, I think. Bushmeat takes so much fuel in order to process. It's so inefficient. So that pit kiln is fired up. You guys want me to make a lion lantern, so let's go do that. And I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to use one of the iron plates to make a lion lantern. So then all of the attachment spots for the elk will be done. Meteor gold lined lantern for the elk? I mean, I could. Lantern material. Iron. Meteor. Iron. What are some other choices that we have? Without having to go out fetching anything. We have copper, 2. Because I have 2 ingots of copper. And I could also do bronze. I could also do zinc, I guess. There you go. There's the choices. I could technically do steel, I'm just unwilling for some obvious reasons. There is a copper lantern just above the iron door. Is there oh, you know what? You're right. This is already lined. Never mind. You're right. I don't really need one. I had a lined lantern. Waiting already. Boo. I know, I know, I know. It does save me gold, though. So, there's that. Cool. So we're waiting on the 2 pots, but I think what I'm going to do is adapt the chicken coop for the elk. So for that, we'll need a door. And I'm just going to do like a solid door. And then check the farm afterwards, yeah. I'd like to have like a designated spot to park the elk so that I don't lose them, even though I do have the bone flute. It's going to be an oak door, even though it don't match. I actually don't have enough silver for silver lining. So I wouldn't be able to make a gold lantern. I only have like a single nugget of silver, which is way shy of what is needed. So I should make new stairs. I don't care about the stairs. The 3 tall doors, if you're wondering, cost nails and strips, so they're considerably more time-consuming to make than the 2 tall doors. So I use them sparingly. This works fine. I mean, I don't think he can actually get into this, like, pit or whatever. If it works, it works. So the next priority for me, if we want to go to the Lazaret, it is very far away, and I don't necessarily know if I can sail there, which is kind of a big deal. Because I haven't checked its route. So I can depart for the Lazaret maybe this stream, depending on food prep and the like. But I'm also very worried about my... I'll be able to bring cooking pots so I can cook on the road, but like most of the food pie prep is like rotted or close to rotted. So I'm not going to be able to rely on it as a source of food for very long. And yes, the elk can be on the boat. It can be tethered and on the boat, which is great. I'm just going to burn my fence posts that I'm not using. So the current priority now is prep to depart for the Lazaret. And what that's likely going to look like is making 2 cooking pots, 2 cooking pots of 6 meals each, and hanging it on the elk, and then like packing the pies I have, knowing that some of them are probably going to rot. I might leave some of them least rot % pies alone in storage to eat on my return, though. Why don't I include chat in my YouTube videos? Because it's hard to filter out what you guys say. So if someone in chat decided to start cussing, it would take considerable effort to like clean up the video so that the cussing wouldn't be seen on YouTube. So it's not worth the risk, in other words. It's not that I don't trust you guys, but it's not you I'm speaking to, because no one in my current chat would say anything like that. But it's not to say that wouldn't ever happen. So I got to coil a rope so that I can do some tethering. But let's go ahead, because it's nighttime. I'm just going to go to sleep, because the cooking pots that I'm firing are going to be ready sooner if I'm just sleeping through it. Yeah, in terms of like ad availability, YouTube is not super careful, or they don't really check about the text displayed on screen. But with that said, I try to keep a clean chat and clean content, so it's appropriate for a wider audience. So it's a personal preference to not cuss or include cuss words. With that said, I definitely have played games that have a lot of swear word dialogue. It happens. If you're wondering about creature weight, as far as I know, like the elk doesn't eat, so it's always like creature weight low. But here is the rope tether. So if I wanted to move it around, I could. How do I stop tethering it again? There. So the other... what I'll do is, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Maybe I can't... There. I'll put 1 coil rope in the saddlebag, so I can move it around at will. So I mostly slept so that the cooking pots would have a chance to fire more. But what I can do, waiting for them to finish, is to process this dried meat and then start filling this cooking pot with prepped food for travel. And like this hefty red meat stew in the crocks, I can pack up too. So maybe what I'll do for the next trip is like pack vegetables in these crocks. And then for the cooking pot, I'll make like grain porridges, like rye or spelt grain porridges, so that I'm fulfilling my vegetable, grain, and protein nutrition. That's probably the best way to nourish myself, I'd imagine. Although with all the bushmeat I'm eating to fill my nutrition bars, I'm not going to need protein much at all. Might as well check on the farm while I'm here. You aren't wrong. So this is not boosted. Okay, let's get rid of it. Parsnips are almost done. Whole lot of a new batch of flax, but not much else in this. So there's 1, 2, 3 spots. Let's do 2 rye. And actually, let's do all flax. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And fertilizing the flax so it grows faster. Okay, this half of the farm's done. A lot of stuff's very close here. Like 7 of 8, 8 of 9. Some of these parsnips are done though. So these parsnips don't need the soil can be left alone. Parsnips pull phosphorus from the soil. So as long as I'm planting non-phosphorus stuff, I can replant. And then this is boosted nitrates. So... Oh no, N is bad. This is boosted K. So this rye can plant something that uses calcium, or potassium, rather. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plots that all could be fine for flax. And I'll double the fertilizer for this flex plot. Whoa! So I saw the chat asking about the indoor berries. They are, weather permitting, going to blossom in about 2-3 days. Because ambient temperatures have been above freezing. So, good call about asking about that, because, yeah, that's happening pretty soon. So I'm going to keep the rye grain on me, because I intend to make rye porridge. Let's do that now. Rye porridge with mashed parsnip. I don't have enough fuel in there, but yeah. The indoor berries arrive before the outdoor berries? Definitely. The outdoor berries are not blossoming at all. 8 or 9 days is like basically effectively never. When it says 8 or 9, it's like it doesn't have fruit. So the indoor berries are going to be ready obviously sooner. Berry bushes do benefit from greenhouses. I just didn't plant them soon enough to benefit from that last fall. Pots are done. Swell. All right. Prepping for the Lazaret. So I think one of these crocks... Let me take a bunch of the fuel out. One of these is going to be split... Oh, it's already done. Dang, that was fast. Into crocks. So this is rye porridge with mashed parsnip to be stored in the... on the elk. And maybe I'll make another rye porridge with mashed parsnip as well. So I need to go grab some more rye so that we can fill that crock up. I haven't sealed this crock. I don't think I've sealed any of them, but I don't care about sealing. It lasts long enough in the crock pot without the fat seal that it's probably fine. Got tired of moving slow. I started to notice. Oh, not rain. I mean, April showers, right? I guess if I'm getting berries, like, I'm not going to complain. Berries are nice. Nice. I have lots of rye grain. I was worried that it was going to be low. I was considering making the other bit, but I think it's going to be one of these situations where, like, I don't think it's ever going to be safe to really auto-run, considering how quick you can die auto-running. So maybe I won't bother with that. For this porridge, maybe I make 2 batches so that it goes into this crock correctly. And then these crocks I was going to pack into the settle bags. So these spoil timers packed in the settle bags, 41 days. About 40 days, unsealed. I mean, I'm not going to take a Moses-length journey through the desert, so that should be fine. This one's not even going to spoil because it was recently cooked. And then the other things I want to pack besides that would be like maybe a temporal gear, maybe bedding. I'm not really sure what else I'm going to want to bring. Fuel? Something? Ooh, I need to eat these soon. They are getting spoiled. Yeah, elk does have a bedroll on it, true. Or they're not going to be bedding. So we've got a bunch of meals packed like that. I can also bring... so I was going to fill 2 of these crock pots full. I could even have a 3rd crock pot. So I think, just to keep things simple, I'm just going to like make like turnip stew, carrot stew, and grain. I don't have spare meat ready to go. But I do have meat pies. It'd be good if I had, like... I do have the hearty meat in the crocks, so if I need to fulfill my protein, I can. But we'll do 1 of pure veggie and 1 of pure grain for these other cooking pots. I'll probably leave 1 of the cooking pots behind, so I'm not looting all my cooking pots. That way, if I die and I respawn and need to make a meal, I can make a meal. Okay. It'd be helpful to make use the 3rd cooking pot to fill up a bunch of bowls or something. that I'm nice and topped up. Yeah, you can see the temperature boost from greenhouse. In terms of berries, I don't see that there's temperature differences between different berry bushes. So black currants, red currants, white currants, cranberries, blueberry. I don't think I have any blueberries in here. Oh no, maybe I did. Blueberries. None of them seem to be benefiting. I think cranberries are maybe the most cold tolerant of all of them, but I don't see that there's a growth timer difference between them. Alright, there's one cooking pot. I really like the aesthetics of, like, sticking cooking pots on an elk. There's something charming and ridiculous about it, I guess. Alright, so this is all the rye grain. I have only 5 rye grain left, so that's probably not enough for, like, a full meal, so I'm going to go put it away. And then see if I have enough spelt for another meal. I could also make bread, but I probably won't. I think, given the change of seasons, and the fact that the Lazaret isn't going north deeper into the cold, it's possible that I'll be able to actually do a decent amount of foraging, if need be. Plus, I am already planning on bringing a considerable amount of food, so even if I can't forage, I've got plenty. Yeah, so I have a bunch of spelt grain, so I'll just make a really hearty spelt grain porridge for the last meal, because my grain satiety is the lowest. Or maybe it'll be a... some sort of mix. We'll see. It might be wise to try to use those cabbages, because cabbages... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Cabbage is one of the most satisfying vegetables, up there with, like, pumpkin. And new areas might spawn berries, exactly, because they're fresh render. Alright, we got cooking pots, we got crock pots, we got rope. Alright, 6 servings of spelt porridge with mashed cabbage and carrot. And maybe what I'll do is I'll keep my spelt grain down here. These bad boys I'm gonna wash out, because it was kind of spoiled food. Come on. Wash, dang it. I'm just not being patient enough. There we go. So I only really need one bowl to bring with me. And we have bushmeat. I'll probably eat the bushmeat first because it's going to spoil first. So besides bandages, I'm trying to think of what else might be useful for the Lazaret. Not really sure. Oh, it actually looks pretty appetizing. So this one is going to get packed away. Even though I said I shouldn't bring all my pots, I lied. I'll bring the turnip pies that I have and the meat pies. Kind of knowing that they're... I'll bring some of them. Knowing that, like, these turnip pies are going to spoil in, like, a day. Hey, bud. I hear you. So let's grab some bandages and, like, start to depart. I know I don't have a lot of time left in this dream, but, you know, departing for the Lazaret sounds pretty cool. It's also worth noting I've done all of the new content available in the 1.2 major update. So nothing is new to me. I'm just not going to be spoiling it for you guys. Which is to say I'm not going to tell you exactly what to pack. I'm not sharing that specifically. Maybe the bow and arrows would be good if I need to go hunting. So let's also bring the iron arrows. Bring all bandages. You never know. I'm going to leave the clean bandages behind though, because for their cost, it's not a lot of healing unless they're alcohol soaked. Maybe a temporal gear. Bringing the spears might be nice, yeah. True. Some extra damage. That's pretty much it for the boxes there. There's really not much to do in here. Oh, I had an empty crock. I didn't know about that. I could drink honey, but nah, I'm not going to. I think we're good. Bring torches. Ooh. Torches are really easy to make. Which is why I'm not too concerned. I could bring more sticks. Where did my sticks go? So I'll bring sticks and... Oh, I probably used up the sticks making the crock pots. I'll bring a stack of sticks. Oh, no, here they are. I put them away in here for some reason. So sticks and flint for, like, spare emergency tools. And I think I'm all set. We're going to bring the elk over to the boat. Would it be helpful to repair my damaged clothing? My clothing, none of it is too close to 50%. And even if it was, we are on a warming trend. As it's getting warmer, deeper into March. So I'm not all that concerned about being hypothermic. My body heat is fine, and it's probably not going to be an issue anymore. That would be my educated guess. The only reason I was hypothermic on my trip home is I was soaking wet in like -10 degrees. Well, that isn't, that's not what's going on right now, at least. Alright, elk. Let's get you roped on. Could you... For real? I'm this way. There we go. I thought the mounting point was the halyard cleat. Where's the mounting point for this again? My backpack looks like an animal head? I'm insulted by that. The chest might be in the way. Yeah. I forget how you put that. I've done this once, and I've, like, promptly forgotten how. Is the upper mast mounting point? Well, let me try to look it up real quick. If it's in the sailboat... I need a fence post and 2 free spots? Oh, so I need to put a fence post within the boat? Got it. Well, I definitely have 2 free spots. But is it a third spot where the fence post would go? With that in mind, I can easily part with that. And it would make sense for all of the... I don't have a lot of inventory space. For all the food that I have on me to go into the vessel to keep it from spoiling. That's what you saw online? I'll try it. Which also includes the crockpots. So the whole point of the crockpots and everything that I crafted is if I have to do overland travel and give up the boat because of some large landmass or something, I can bring food on the elk and keep it from spoiling badly. So that I don't have to spend a lot of time foraging or anything like that. Okay, let's grab a fence post. Pushing this slightly beyond end time. And try to get this fully loaded. Yeah, well, 1.2 came out, I just dev mode in all this stuff so I could learn the mechanics. And I've since forgotten how to put the elk on. I managed it once. And I never even bothered to do the medallion for whatever reason. Just because on a single player server it doesn't really matter, but then I realized that you can call it with a bone whistle, so it's oh yeah, maybe I do need to prove ownership. After all. Just chop a tree. Fence posts require a saw. Well, I guess it doesn't. But I have so many proper fence posts and not rough ones. I'll try to use the real ones. Because it also might make a difference in terms of mounting points. I'm not sure. Also not sure why I didn't bring some of that lovely packed food with me. But there's pies that I can nab from my kitchen before I depart. I got suddenly extraordinarily hungry in game. I'll bring 49 of them over. Grab a bucket? Yeah, sure. Smart. In case I need to make more canals. You never know. I almost couldn't traverse that that dug canal that I made from a lack of water. It will make a very big difference once the ambient temperature is above freezing on average, that the lakes are not freezing over, because that's another barrier that I hit regularly, which is annoying. So grain and vegetables what I need most, so let's eat some of these. Alta, thank you for the resub. Better have it, not need it. Oh, you were right. A little unfortunate that the Lazaret's to the east and my boatyard's to the west. I'm going to have to do a lot of sailing around the landmass to get where I want to be going. And I'm hoping I can sail most of the way there, because if I have to make landfall, I can give up the boat. I guess, in hindsight, I should have had a raft. But rafts are actually pretty easy to make, if I need to make a raft in a pinch. Because I did bring an axe. So, come on. Yeah, There we go. A raft would just be coils of rope, which is like cattails and logs. This is not a big deal if I have to make a raft in a pinch. I don't think. Alright, attempt number 2. That's promising. Alright, I see it is clipping weird. There we go. There, now you're nuzzled in there. And of course, I immediately get frozen in. Actually, it was pretty well iced up. And yeah, we got an elk on a boat, ready to go. And this is where I am gonna leave off. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.